Hi, I'm Michael, and welcome to the Lighthouse of Awesome. Today, I'm talking about the 10th book of the Confessions by Augustine on memory, specifically his memory, but he relates his memory to all of our memories. And we're going down the rabbit hole. Won't touch everything in the book, but we're going to cover a lot. And this is what I'm going to say about it. So, big points of the book. Things we experience are different than we remember. Things can mean more later than at the time. And we need to learn how to inquire. Too much curiosity can cause problems. So those are the kind of three big what is memory points that Augustine talks about. And going through the book, I would really like to know, what is too much curiosity and what does he mean like that? And he means to approach things in an educated manner. That wild curiosity where you just go out and do whatever drugs and do whatever and see whoever and interact however isn't a directed way and isn't an appreciation of God's creation. And that our job is to appreciate God's creation. So all things in moderation is kind of his point. So my favorite part of this book was, it gets to a point where he says, neither earth nor sky nor any bodily thing is your God. And then later in the chapter he says, but your God is to you the life of your life itself. And I was like, when I read it, first, neither earth nor sky nor any bodily thing is your God. Like, I was thinking well, everything's God in a way. And so I really was kind of surprised that he said that. And the clarification, but your God is to you the life of your life itself. And I'm just like, that's what I expected to hear, but it seems like the opposite of what he just said a couple sentences earlier. And I really got thinking of this. And I started going into the notes, and in the notes, two big words came out: righteousness and discernment. And I was like, that strikes something familiar. And so I got out the old tarot deck. Judgment 20. And so the Judgment card is basically the Archangel Michael blowing a horn. So as you can see in this card, there's Michael, he's blowing a horn. Other cards have some people down here doing stuff. Different types of decks. And so I was thinking a lot. So I got out Jung and Tarot, An Archetypal Journey, which is a book I've had since college. And kind of went into just the start, and it quotes 1 Corinthians 15, 51, 33, and says, lo, I tell you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, and in the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, and the dead will be raised imperishable, and we shall be changed. For this perishable nature must be put on the imperishable, and the mortal nature must be put on immortality. And I have the American Bible translation says behold instead of lo, and then uses clothe instead of perishable. It's sort of weird. Must clothe itself with incorruptibility. And really interesting for me. So I thought about it more, and I was like, what about his Manichaean past? Where would that come from? So I went directly to the Book of Enoch, because those were the two big Manichaean books that I came up with when I first looked at this. And so there's two visions of Enoch in the book of Enoch. And it says, the archangel Michael seized me by the right hand and lifted me up and let me into all the secrets. He showed me the secrets of goodness. And so we have all this connection of archetypes and the archangel Michael, going back to Manichaean philosophy, that he's moved forward, but his memory is, in a way, reaching back to what came before and applying what came before to what is. The book of Enoch would never make it into the Bible, but clearly Augustine had read it because he had studied the Manichaean philosophy, was super interested in the translation I have says astronomy, but I'm pretty sure it was astrology, because he's waiting for that Manichaean bishop to show up and really connect with him, and wanted to talk about astronomy and all these things that he would know about, and he's disappointed, and that's when he goes to see Ambrose. And he'll eventually, renounce astrology and not take as big of an interest. But still, those memories of those old times shade what he's doing in his current application. And I just think that's really cool how he puts together all these different things and says, well, this is my life, and this is what I remember of it, and this is how I'm moving forward.